Today, I followed one of the flying things. They eventually break out of the eggheads on their own, often taking 30 minutes or so to wipe the gore off of their slimy bodies, with their squiggly legs, before they take to the air. They've never shown any aggression or any acknowledgement that I exist, but instead just flutter away, like they've got somewhere to be. And apparently, they do. It was in a Walmart parking lot that I witnessed another hatching. The egghead was stumbling between cars, clawing at its own face, reaching feebly out to passers-by, like it still thought it could be saved. It hadn't even hit the ground before its featureless face started to crack audibly. Pink goop dribbling out like raw yolk. It collapsed against a minivan and slumped limply to the pavement as a big hunk of its scalp popped off, with a wet, solid crunch. The thing inside was throbbing, swelling up like a pufferfish to push open what was once a human skull. It throbbed and squirmed its way out of the ruptured cranium, looking like nothing so much as a wet, rubbery horsefly made of chewed gum, or an inverted brain with membranous wings. Its branching limbs writhed like night crawlers, barely supporting its bloated, rugose body. The wings trembled, almost cautiously at first, before it took its first blind leap into the air and smacked wetly into the ground. And it took another shot at flying, awkwardly bobbing for a few feet before it dropped like a rock with another pitiful, wet smack. And I gotta say, I laughed pretty hard. When invisible monsters are devouring the human race and nobody cares, you tend to take whatever entertainment you can get. It took off again in the same direction, landing itself on the hood of a Jeep. The little guy was determined. But that's when it dawned on me. The opportunity I'd stumbled upon. See, they'd always disappeared into the sky before I could even get a sense of their direction. But I could easily tail this one on foot. And I figured, worst case scenario, I'd see nothing new and have to take a bus back into town. As luck would have it, its destination wasn't far. I even came close to giving up, waiting for the damn thing to collect itself every 10 to 15 feet, watching it plummet like a bent paper airplane and flounder like a dying fish for minutes at a time. But not an hour had passed before I learned its little secret. Half a mile from the crumpled remains of the egghead. A porta-john. Between the magic doors, garish advertisements, mutant snack food, and odd shit I can't even begin to get into, I'd never stopped to think about the bright blue portable toilets that seemed unusually common as of late. I never needed one, and with the seemingly perpetual road work guzzling our tax dollars for as long as I've lived, it's not as if they were all that strange a sight. The grimy plastic door quietly swung open as the brain bug flopped closer. I feigned disinterest, doing my best to pass by as obliviously as everyone else, but snuck a quick glance into the open honeypot. The brainfly, as I decided to dub them, was already careening down a long, dark tunnel, stretching as far as the eye could see, all somehow contained in a single, small, portable shithouse. Nothing unusual these days, I suppose. As I made my way back down to my car and drove the rest of the way home, only one thought persisted. I had to know. Reality was unraveling around me. Former neighbors were fighting in the streets for rancid mouthfuls of fish guts. Giant hamburgers were lighting up the night sky on neon signs that dwarfed entire buildings. Things were eating people from the inside out, and all I wanted was an answer. Fuck, even a hint of one. Any lead I could find. I didn't suspect that there was anything I could do, and any day now I could wake up another deluded zombie. Another gluttonous slave to their deep-fried maggots and pickled eyeballs. I mean, they could grind me up and serve me at the buffets for all I care. I just had to know where that damn tunnel went. Where the brain-eating bastards were really going. I laid awake that night. My mind racing with the images of alien motherships, parallel realities, and subterranean cities. Tomorrow I'm going in. Either I die knowing one more piece of the puzzle, or I somehow kick their gooey little asses. Who's to say they'll even be prepared for an intruder, if they think they've got us all fooled? I don't expect to be some kind of hero here. But so far, I'm the only one I know who even has a shot at trying.